Well, this is an important report right here, but then with me in the studio is my guest and our analyst, the phenomenal Barrister Fro and the poised Commander Elvis. Thank you for joining us tonight. It's such a pleasure to have you on the show.
Thank you, Tabitha, for inviting us. Thank you.
Yeah,
So
thanks
right
for having
here,
us, Tabitha.
this
Can
is
you
a
hear me?
disappointing case, and the colonial governors will never cease to amaze us.
Yes, this is very familiar. Tabitha, this is not the first time Okala Bila is grabbing land. He grabbed land in Limbe, now he's grabbing it in Buea. He's using only us. He's using one Bakuri man to fight the whole village. And with the Bakuri man, he's giving them caterpillars and he has a court. He has a court and the administration behind him because the colonial governor is protecting him because that land grab is for him, the colonial governor, to distribute to his francophone brothers. Our people, our young people have a duty to fight and fight back, fight with their last drop of blood. Because if they allow them, by the time we get to Buea, it will take us some time to be able to delodge, unlodge, or vacate these parasites from La Republic of Cameroon. The colonial governor has no right to meddle into land issues. He has no duty talking about land disputes. The land disputes is before the local people, and if the local people fail to resolve it, it's the courts. What is he doing? Protecting the one guy who has declared himself chief alone. A chief is from our tradition. A chief is put by our people. And that village did not exist. There was only one village. Now they have carved it into three, and now they want to break it up again, calling Ewonda, West Ewonda, this Ewonda, that. The youth of that area have a duty to fight back. They should fear nobody. They should fight back and protect their land. And that man is a traitor, is a blackleg, and is being used by the colonial governor Okala Bilai, so that when all is said and done, the land will be given to Okala Bilai and his cohorts from La Republic of Cameroon. That is what is happening. They did it in Limbe. Okala Bilai has a lot of land in Limbe. What is he grabbing all the land in Fakopo? In the southern zone for? Why? What is his problem? He wants that by the time he leaves, he would have grabbed as much as he can. Man, you are grabbing land in a war zone. That land does not belong to you. Just fuck off and allow the people to determine who is on their land and who is not. If you look at the administrative structure and the court, the administration has nothing to do with land disputes. Nothing. They have the land consultating board, which does not include the governor. It includes the local administrator, that's the DO of Buea town. He is only a member, but the majority of them are the natives of that area. And that land consultative board, if it fails, the matter goes to court direct. It doesn't go to any other administrator. So it is something that we have seen before. He grabbed it in Limbe, now he's grabbing it in Buea. And I'm calling on the youths of Buea, the youths of Ewonda, to fight back and preserve their land. They should not allow anything happen on that land.
Beyond reasoning, Barrister Fu. But then, being a legal practitioner, I believe there are legal backings to this. What are the legal complications to this act?
Yes, like I said before, if anybody contests that land, the people to decide again before any title is given to anybody is the land consultative board, and the governor is not a member. The SDO is not a member. It's the local DO, the DO of Buea, who is a member, and is only a member out of many. And if that land consultative board cannot decide, the matter goes to court. What right has Okala Bilai be influencing on that land until sending his boys to go and I don't understand. The courts have a right to put that injunction to so that the matter will be decided. But you may also know that the courts are La République du Cameroon courts. So if they rule against the youth should not accept that is their ancestral land. That's where they were born. They have a right to protect it. Not some one man who has been corrupted to take the whole village, calling himself a chief. I don't know how he was made a chief, because that's not how chiefs are made in our land. Chiefs are made by the villagers of that area. Who made him a chief? So that's the only what the court has done by putting an injunction is a good start. But the matter must start from afresh. The land consultative board, and if failing that, then the matter will go to court, and it's going to the high court, not the court of first instance. High court.
Thank you very much, Barrister Flo, for that powerful reaction. Now, moving over to Commander Elvis, good to have you in the studio tonight. Now, Ferdinand is a spokesperson for the youth at this point, and this draws the importance of not being silent this time. The people are tired, and this time they are ready to protect themselves and what belongs to them. Just imagining a land that gives you that level of security and livelihood being almost forcefully taken from you. They are rising and their voice truly matters. What's the support at this point, at this critical time, coming from the Amazonian State Army?
Thank you very much, Debater, for that introduction. And I want to start again by thanking and applauding my very respectable statement by Safu. Always a man of wisdom, and I really appreciate his contribution. Um, Talking about the land grabbing that's going on in the Ewonda and in Limbe, let me say, as has been reported before, it applies in general to the entire Amazonia, right? And you can see that La Republic is gradually trying to use its proxies to chip away our land, not just the land, but the people. Because when they take over that land, guess what? They eradicate the people to make sure that they implant their own generation in our own territory so that we can gradually forget our history and lose control of our resources and of our valuable culture. That is what we're fighting against. So I really want to come here and let the Amazonian people understand that the Amazonian State Army, which are our, you know, men and women of uniform who have stepped up to the game, they have decided to protect that land with their bloods, with their lives. They say something must kill a man, and if so, our men and women decide to give their life for the freedom of our people is because they believe in that freedom. And that freedom, be it the freedom of their land, be it the freedom of their culture, the values that we so much believe in, that is what our people have given their lives for. So the Amazonian State Army, who is at the forefront of this, have also been, they're aware of these situations and they're taking every measures to make sure that we keep the enemy out of our territory. we understand that we advise our forces in some cases not to get into some land disputes. As Barry so clearly explained before, land in Amazonia was actually property of traditional authorities, like the funds, where you now see them coming in and putting their own funds in place, because these chiefs and funds, they had the authority to be able to partition land to maybe visitors or to other family members. But now they are forcefully taking away that land, transforming our traditional authorities into politicians so they can pay tribute to them and making sure that they are under their custody. That is what we're fighting to make sure that it doesn't happen. So thank you again for that great question. And we are enforcing it in a way that we cannot publicly say how we would enforce the youth. But this education, of course, is already one of the mobilization techniques that we are trying to use to reach out to the population and let them understand that we are all in this together. If you did not fight for your brother today, tomorrow it will be your turn. Because if they take your brother's land and you stay back and laugh, guess what? Tomorrow they're going to come for your house and nobody will be there to support you. So if they come for your house today and you don't do anything, the next day they come for your entire city. And that's why they're coming from for the whole of Amazonia. We need to stand up as one and kick out the enemy using whatsoever mechanism that is available to us. And I'm so proud of the Amazonian State Army. They have a difficult task at hand because the enemy, of course, is properly equipped in so many ways. But our Amazonian State Army are still ready for the task, and we will surely prevail. So thank you, Tabitha, and back to you.
Thank you very much, Commander Elvis, in your words. You reiterated that we need to stand together as one.